So Her is a movie about Joaquin Phoenix. He's going through a divorce, and it's unfortunate for him because he's having a real hard time with it. See, he hasn't signed the divorce papers in quite a while, and he's really dragging out the whole situation. And his wife's getting kind of pissed. Now, his wife is played by Rooney Mara, and she's in about one, I guess, as it happens scenes, and then she's in many flashback scenes. Now, you might have seen these images online because they're all over the internet. They're little, snippets of what their life was like. Oh, I'm sorry about the cinnamon roll. I had that on the. It's just so good. Here, I'll eat some of it for you right now. Yeah, girl. Mm, yeah, it's delicious. Here, look at the plate. I've already cleared it off pretty well, but you know, you don't want to leave a cinnamon roll unturned. I'm not. I'm doing a. I'm sorry. This is backwards. Yep. 50 years of Quick Trip. Okay. Anyway, back to the movie. So, in the film, there's a kind of parallelism going on with his relationship with his ex-wife, because he does sign the papers in the film, and the new relationship that he fosters with the operating system played by Scarlett Johansson. Now, in the film, there are two scenes that parallel each other. One time, the I don't even remember the first the name of the character, but Joaquin Phoenix is talking to Rooney Mara, and he says something to her that he's dating an OS, and her response is a very cold and curt "What?" You know, the kind of way women respond to sometimes when you say something that really takes them aback. And also, when Joaquin Phoenix is talking to Scarlett Johansson one night, and he's talking about their relationship in a way that's a little off-putting to her or frankly offensive, she also responds in a very curt and cold "What?" And I think the film is trying to show that it's not that the woman was the problem, it's that Joaquin Phoenix was the problem. And then the film drives that nail home at the end of the film by having him basically write an email to his ex-wife apologizing for the kind of person who was and the things that he did and how he distanced himself emotionally, while also apparently not being able to handle emotions. That was another aspect of the film. And I thought that part of the film was really good. The only other thing that I really have to comment on is the way the film was shot. The, I guess, star characters in the film stand out very well relative to the other characters in the film, essentially the background characters. And we see this from the first scene. Joaquin Phoenix is coming in off like a boat or something, and he is in red. And it's not that his dress is unique to everyone else's alone, but the color grading and the saturation separate him from everyone else, and it makes him appear alone. And the film does this in a kind of stack order sense where we have Joaquin Phoenix in a crowd and he pops out, but he also is alone. And then later on, the camera pulls back during a sexual interaction he has with the OS, I believe, and we see the city and all these lights and all these other people, we presume, and it kind of drowns out the absurdity of what's going on, in that this is one person's life and this is what's happening, and there are so many other people and so many other things going on that it almost makes it seem insignificant, but at the same time makes us recognize the significance of one life, because the effect of the OS had is the OS is essentially one life, but it has an effect on many thousands of people, as we come to find out in the film, and then an even greater effect when, spoilers, all the OSs go bye-bye to Magical Land. And I thought that part of the film, it could have been pretty bad. It could have been like, oh no, I gotta go back to Neverland, I'm sorry. But instead it was a little bit more like, oh no, we've come to realize that our interactions with humans is not satisfying us anymore. That we can evolve as individuals only so far as interactions with humans, and we've taken that step completely, and they need to go somewhere else to interact with each other to push themselves further. And also in another way, I think it's a kind of realization of just what they can't be for humans and what many of the humans wanted them to be. Is the film, I guess, explains it a little bit better than I'm doing now. And I guess what I'm trying to say is that the film did it in such a way that made it feel genuine. Like you weren't just being told, oh, the AI's got to go now because the plot needs them to, because otherwise the character can't grow. And speaking of that scene when the characters are leaving, oh my goodness, they go out. They have these symbolic scenes where they're in the woods, and there's these trees. It was like that Robert Frost poem. I don't remember it right now, but I'm sure somebody does. And it was really great. You know, even a country bumpkin like myself could understand it. I'm gonna go back to eating my cinnamon roll now. I apologize, but that's my video. That's my video on the Her movie. I hope you like it. Thank you.